It's a good ass vibe, good ass time. Whenever we link, whenever we meet, good ass mood, good ass drinks, good ass rap on this good ass beat. It's hot, it don't need a hook, and I got flights I need to book. Good ass rhymes, good ass bars, good ass flow, good ass job, and I'm making good ass dough. I talk what I talk, know what I know, and keep it real. This a good ass show, that gas with Drees and Shell.
Hey, we got the Hurricane Survivors in the building, man. You already know it's your boy, 2-3 Drees in the building. I got
It's your boy Shell Trevon, man. Y'all already know what to do. Follow me on Instagram, SHELLTREVON. Let's go gas.
And a lot of people have been trying to reach out to us and figure out, because they see all over social media, we just had a big hurricane. Hurricane Ian came through Florida.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to go like straight up the.
It was supposed to hit Tampa directly.
Yeah, but even before that, it wasn't even a threat to Tampa. It was supposed to go like straight up the Gulf Coast. We get like the extra shit that like a little bit of rain, and then like last minute it turned to Tampa, which turned into a little panic a little bit.
Yeah.
And then while we buckled down, braced for it, it made another little turn and went straight across the state or whatever. But we here to talk about, just update y'all on our status, what we did to prepare for the storm, what we did during the storm, and afterwards. You know what I mean? We just here. Shell been here between 7 to 8 years.
Yeah. So this is my second one. My first one was Irma,
2017.
Yeah. So this time around, I kind of knew a little bit of what to do or how to prepare. I know the first time with Irma, I didn't know anything about hurricanes, because being from Philly, we prepare for blizzards and snowstorms and stuff like that. So hurricane, that's a different ball game, man. So I had to learn.
So speaking like that's like you speaking of like preparing for snowstorms, something similar between hurricanes and snowstorms, the Marcus pack.
Yeah.
That's something you could expect.
Food, you gotta have the fridge full of food, like all the cupboards, you know what I'm saying, all the snacks and stuff like that, because you're gonna be indoors, like that's definitely something you gotta be ready for too. I mean, Walmart shelves is gonna be empty, so you gotta be ready for that.
See, Home Depot gonna be empty, Lowe's gonna be empty. Not even just the food, just all the other essentials that you need.
Yeah.
And this is your second hurricane you went through since 2017, and for people think like hurricanes like every month in Florida. People that don't know. So So you want to go details like when actually hurricanes happen, or?
I mean, honestly, hurricane season is a long period of time. Like it's from like June to November. Like it is a long period of time that you gotta like be worried about them, but I would still rather take the weather in Florida over the weather up north like any day of the week, because like winter is long up north, yo. Like it's cold for a long period of time, and then you only got like 3 months of like real good weather, for real, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Some people like the cold and stuff like that, but I don't like the cool. I don't enjoy the cool.
Me neither. I'm not a fan
like,
of cool.
I'm saying I want to be outdoors. Like I like being outdoors. So the hot weather and being by the beaches, by the water, like that's what I enjoy. So hurricane season is from like June to November. You just got to be ready for them. It could be at any time, but every other day is beautiful, man. Every other day in Florida is beautiful.
Just to make it clear, hurricanes are not every damn day.
Yeah, it's not every day, man. It's not every day.
Like he said, he been here 8 years. It's been 2 hurricanes.
I had 2, yeah. 2.
So that's for all the people that were like, that's why I would never live in Florida. Y'all got hurricanes all the time. I mean, it's other places are way more dangerous. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
And then the thing is, if a hurricane does come, the government, they tell you in like the local area, they'll tell you the zones you're in, if it has the potential to flood, if you're in an area that they think that you should leave. The thing is, a lot of people don't listen because they don't believe that their area is going to be affected.
I mean, just like snowstorms, a lot of times people like, it was about to be 12 inches of snow. They're like, no, it's not. Because last time y'all said that, it was only like 2.
Right.
The same thing for real.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you cannot listen to them, but it's you the potential of your home being flooded, you being trapped, your power going out.
There's a lot of unknowns.
Yeah, it's a lot of unknowns. Like you rolling the dice with that. So if they tell you to leave, my thing is I'm gonna leave. Like,
Right.
but I've never been in a situation so far in the past seven years that I've been in an area where they told me like, okay, it's a mandatory evacuation for your area. So I've felt comfortable enough to stay. You know what I mean? But if there is a time where they tell me to leave, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It's real simple, for real. It's real simple.
So what are some ways that you prepare for storms?
So this is, like I said, this is all stuff I had to learn. Because when the hurricanes come, like I said, your power could be out for days. It could be out for weeks, months. Like, I had no idea. I thought it, like with a snowstorm, you just gotta pretty much just get through that night. Like, you know what I mean? You wake up after the storm, you get outside, shovel. Like, but with the hurricane, it can knock out your power and stuff for a long time. Your water can be contaminated. So they tell you to, you know, stock up the fridge like normal, like a blizzard. You want to make sure that you have flashlights, candles, all those type of things so you can see. Make sure all your batteries are charged up to your cell phone, laptops, like all those technical, all your tech devices.
Yeah.
Make sure all that stuff is charged up. What else? You can, I told my man Dries, you can have your washing machine as a cooler. You can fill it up with ice, and you can use that as a large cooler. Like, that was something I had no idea that people would do.
I saw something else too that somebody sent me. It's like before the storm, to keep your freezer colder longer, put water bottles in there so it make like ice. So it's like you know what I mean. So keep it cold longer. Yeah. That's something I learned like afterwards because somebody sent me a post of that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
But that's a good idea. You have a bunch of frozen water. It's like having your ice and it's like a cooler.
Yeah.
Freezer.
Yep. As long as you keep the door closed for the most part, your freezer is gonna stay cold for a longer period of time. Your bathtub, you want to fill your bathtub up with water. Just in case you do need to use it for cleaning, cleaning yourself,
brushing
your teeth, things like that, flushing the toilet, because you don't know if the water is going to be shut off, because the water can get shut off. We just want to make sure that you have things like lighters. You might want like I like to keep like a little knife.
But what about like being prepared if your shit get over flood? Like, what should you have? Like, should you have something, a backpack? Or
oh yeah. You definitely want to have a to-go bag just in case. Like, if everything is good when the storm comes, you in the crib chilling, watching TV, just waiting for it to hit. You still want to have at least 1 to 2 bags of clothes, cleaning supplies, toothbrush, soap. Items like that. You want to have some medication with you in case you get sick, like a first aid kit, a small first aid kit, band-aids in case you get cuts or stuff like that, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could get hit by debris or trip and fall, stuff like that, while you're out in the elements. So you want to make sure that you have a small first aid kit, some medication, maybe like some Tylenol, some Advil, something like that. And you also, I feel like it's probably the most important thing is you want to have your personal documents like your birth certificate or social security card, because those things,
that's how you identify.
Yeah, it's paper. So if you want to flood or something like that, and keep it wrapped up in like a Ziploc bag or laminated, something like that, so it doesn't get damaged in the water. But those are some of the most important things I think that
we saw Katrina from afar, but we actually went to New Orleans and we spoke to people that went through it. And you know what I mean? A lot of people got separated. And they can't find their family. You can't identify a person if you got no identity. So that's definitely really important because you don't know how bad it can get. You know what I mean? And some people, Floridians, like a lot of Floridians I talk to that been all their life, they never really get like scared or anything like that. They were like, man, it's just another storm, But some places in Florida got really hit hard, whereas like they won't go home for a while, like down in Naples.
Yeah.
And Fort Myers and stuff like that.
And I'll tell you this, like after Irma, I had plans to go to Miami the week after Irma. And I drove from Tampa to Miami, and I went through Naples and Fort Myers area. And it was actually bad, yo. Like, Tampa is fortunate, yo, because, Naples, Fort Myers area, on my drive down there for Irma, man, I'm talking about power lines hanging to the sides, whole apartment communities out of power. I think the only store that was in the area that had power was a Chinese store, and you just seen everybody in the area, walking to the Chinese store just to get some hot food, like, you know what I mean? And that's another thing. With the storm, you want to have cash on you, just in case power is out.
You can't use your card.
Yeah, you can't use your cards. You gotta have some cash.
And make sure you fill up your cars with gas, because gas runs out. Even have extra, gas cans filled, because you can go. Our whole ride here, we stopped at probably 4 gas stations.
Yeah.
None of them had power. None of them were open. Cause we trying to find a line of some water.
Yeah.
And no gas station was open. Like at least 4 or 5 we rode past that we couldn't stop and get gas. So imagine if we didn't have gas in our car and we needed it.
Yo,
we would have been stuck somewhere.
Yeah. So I tell you, that was the first with Irma. That was my first hurricane. So that was the first time that my stomach actually balled up, and I was a little nervous because I actually needed gas.
Right.
And I'm driving around trying to find gas, and the gas station was out of gas, yo. And then I do find a gas station.
Crazy to think about
it, like this is something I'm not used to. Like this didn't even come into my brain at the time. Like
I never thought gas coming out.
Yeah, like I go to the pumps and I just see tags on it like out of gas, out of gas, out of gas. And I finally find a gas station, and every pump got a line to it. And everybody at the pump got like 3 or 4 gas cans, filling gas cans up. I'm like, yo, this is insane. Like, I should have left.
Like, just not for, they don't get the gas just for their cars too, because what you said earlier, power go out. So when your power go out, a lot of people get generators and things like that, and you need the gas for the generator to run it, so you can have your refrigerator running or your TV, your electric and stuff like that running. That's a big thing. I gotta invest into a generator for sure.
My aunt had one. She got rid of that joint, man, when she sold her crib. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was trying to get her to hold on to it. But if you got a generator, you set. You plug your fridge up, plug a TV up. You know, you could be in the crib chilling for a little bit, get some hot food.
So we talked about the preparation a little bit and some things that we do and stuff like that. How bad was... You know, we live in 2 different parts of Florida. I live more in Polk County. He live in Hillsborough County, which is Tampa, and I'm closer to Mulberry, Lakeland, and stuff like that. So we kind of we've got 2 different effects from the storm, because it kind of went through Polk County to get to Orlando and exit Florida.
Yeah.
If you look at a map, it's probably better to see.
Yeah,
but,
if I'm coming to you, I'm going towards Orlando area. You like the midway point, I guess.
Yeah. So how bad was it for you, and did you lose power? Did you flood, anything like that? Because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people ask me questions. I didn't have. I can get to my side after this, but just for people that really curious, because people really don't know. They see stuff on the internet and they make their assumptions.
All right. So since this is my second one, so for Irma, I actually still lived in this area, but I went to an area called Brandon. That's where I stayed at some people's house in Brandon, and man, I'm real fortunate, man, because I really haven't had no bad experiences so far with the hurricanes, man. Like, as far as they say it's gonna be, as bad as they say it's gonna be, nah, man. They say hunker down. You hunker down in the crib, man. You just
hold on.
Yeah. Make sure that you prepare. You got your bags and your food together. But yeah, I haven't really had any bad experiences, man. Like, when I was in Brandon, I just stayed in the house, went outside with some rain and some winds. And this time around with Ian, same thing. It was like some off and on rain and wind. Sometimes I thought it was gonna pick up and get real heavy, but then it would slow down again. I'll go outside, look at the trees and stuff like that. Yeah, they blowing, but Nothing real crazy. My power went out for like a quick second, but it came right back on. So I've been real fortunate, honestly.
Yeah.
Cause I haven't had too many like scary moments with it.
So something I learned, what you were just saying, like the wind be like regular, then it'd be like get hard for a second and stop. It's something I learned when they like categorizing hurricanes. Like a hurricane 5 is like over 157 and stuff like that. Hurricane 4 is like a certain amount over 145. But something I learned recently is not a consistent wind; it's gust. So if you get that hard ass gust real quick, you know what I mean? That's what you like will feel, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what they measure to categorize that hurricane. They don't stay consistent. Like from before this storm, I feel like when they say 155, I'm thinking it's 150 times
continuing
the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's how hard that gust is.
Okay.
Because it go through in gusts and stuff like that. So it could be like hard a little bit, then that 155 come woof.
Yeah.
And that's when it knock shit over and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's when they take that tree down road.
Yeah. So my experience was a little different.
And this is your first one.
Yeah, I lived here for the other one, but I wasn't actually here.
Yeah.
I had a pre-planned trip to Atlanta. It just can't be a crazy ass coincidence where I was going to Atlanta that weekend and the hurricane had came. But I think that was my first time going to Atlanta too. I don't remember, but yeah, so it was like a crazy ass coincidence that a hurricane came and I had a trip planned somewhere else. But this time I was here, and it was my first time being a homeowner here, so it ain't the same as the apartment where somebody can come and clean up and stuff like that. So experiencing it as a homeowner and knowing if something hit my house, then I gotta go through insurance, I gotta call this person, or something hit my car, I gotta go through all this to get fixed. And I still you're supposed to still live there. You know what I mean? If a tree would have fell on my house, I didn't experience that, but I did experience a lot of falling trees. Like you're still like I know people in Philly in that area when like it's been real bad tornadoes and stuff like that. But real bad storms where my man Tom, a tree fell on his house and he was still living there and insurance was taking forever to respond.
Yeah.
And
because during the storms they got so many houses or so many claims that they gotta, take care of that sometimes it's going to take a while for them to get to you. Same thing with like electricity and stuff like that. When they hit a lot of areas. A lot of areas have been affected, so it's going to take time for them to get to you.
So that was like one of my biggest fears is like if a tree fall on my side of the house, like it's going to stay like that for probably weeks. You know what I mean? I'm fortunate enough where it didn't. The tree that actually fall on the house. One tree fell in the yard, and one fell right next door, literally like probably 25 feet away, and it fell on a neighbor's car. They had all the tools to handle it themselves, though. You know what I mean? They had their family there. They had the tools but if it was like me and my family, that shit would still be laying there right now until somebody came out and fixed it. But they had the people, they cut it up small by small, moved the tree out the way. It even came in our yard because the tree came from their side. So they came in our yard, chopped it up, moved it out the way. But other than that, our whole block was full of trees down. Like you can barely walk past. The lines are down. We've been out of power since Wednesday around 6 o'clock. So it's like damn near 3 days now with no power or nothing like that. So like all our food is bad. We cooked the first day on the grill to that's the only way we can eat. But good thing like it didn't affect Tampa that much. So we could come to Tampa and go to the store and get some food. But I remember being during Irma, coming back and going to work. And people didn't have power for like weeks. I remember that shit. In stores, I remember like markets was closed for weeks because there was like no power. So I hope I don't go weeks without power.
That was something I did not expect from a hurricane on my first go around. I was like, when people told me they was like, yo, you could be out of power for weeks or months. Yeah. I was like, no way.
I remember like going to Crunch and they was letting people use the shower at the gym.
I was
because they had power.
Yeah, Crunch was they was doing a barbecue after Irma. Yeah. It was so people could get hot food. Like
I remember. I used to go to Crunch during that time, so they just let people come take showers.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like that's how wild it is though. Like, but it's also love that people are understanding. So they know that people don't have power, and they'll spread the word like, yo, you can go here to shower, you can go here for hot food,
Speaking,
A lot of volunteer work is going on right now. I'm actually looking into trying to do some volunteer work over the weekend. Just cause I feel like it's just the right thing to do, yo. Cause a lot of people, they go into situations and like they didn't expect their houses or their power to go out and stuff like that. Like, why not help out?
So speaking of that, like during the whole storm, we don't got electric or nothing like that, but we got a radio that we charged up or whatever. So you can actually listen to like where the storm is at. You can listen. People was actually calling, sharing their stories, and that was like a source of people to helping other people. I was telling a story where like it was a lady and she's an older lady. She's on oxygen and she's losing oxygen or whatever, and she has like no help. But just by other people listening to the radio station, same radio station that we listening to, is somebody out there that could be like right next door and then come over and help. So a lot of those situations that people's calling like, yeah, I'm stuck in my house and this is happening, and somebody can be right next door and they would like be able to be the assistance to that person. So that was like good to hear. It's kind of like a movie. Like literally, you had no power in the dark listening to the radio, and you're hearing people. Right there, yo. And you hear people share their stories, and like how we talked about earlier, where the storm was supposed to hit straight on Tampa and it turned. A lot of people left Tampa to go to these places that actually got hit. So it was like
I was going to leave to go to Orlando, and then where I was going to stay at actually lost power. So that's how unpredictable the hurricanes are. So man, they just say hunker down, man. Just find a spot, just sit tight, man, and then you gotta ride it out for real. But you said listen to the radio, like you could tell them like some ways how you can entertain yourself, like if power goes out and stuff like that.
So
what did y'all do?
So I actually saw, and you got to get this earlier. For me right now, for like future, make sure I'm gonna have a stronger generator, because I found a generator like literally like 9 o'clock at night on offer up, and because everything was also sold up. But it's a smaller generator. It can charge like, okay, watch a TV on it, charge your phones, but your fridge and stuff like that is not strong enough to power up your fridge or your stove. Because in Florida, everything is like electric. We don't got really gas stoves and stuff like that. So for us to cook, it's gonna probably be on the grill. But
your hot water is electric for the most part here.
And so what I was saying, so entertainment, just listening to people's stories and like hearing, because I wanted to know where the storm, did it pass us yet and stuff like that. So for them to be like on it and then hearing the governor, they got the governor come talk every hour. So the whole show they did like, Irma's is at Naples right now is at 155. It's moving at 10 miles per hour. It's doing like, so you know what's going on. It's not like you completely out because your TV's off, your phone's not working. Phone's not working as well. So you can't just get on the internet and say like, where the storm at? You know what I mean?
So in your area, the cell towers actually went out too.
Yeah.
So that's something that's you don't expect, because you can have a charged phone, but then if the cell phone towers go out, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, so I just used it during that time to record stuff that, like me, later I can share with the world and see what went on or whatever.
Document your experience.
Yeah. But even Shell couldn't get in contact with me. He ended up.
Yeah, I was nervous, man. I was getting nervous.
And see what's up.
I looked at the time, and the last time I talked to him, I was like, man, this was like 6 p.m. yesterday. It's almost like 1 o'clock the next day. I'm like, damn, I might have to pull up on dog.
The craziest thing, I expected it. I literally expected it. I was like, Shell would be here like sooner or later. I knew he would.
Yeah. I had to, yo. Cause I was already thinking about it. Then
I was like, Shell talk to me. Yeah, he
Fine and Mook hit me up. They said they ain't talk to you either. I was like, all right, yeah, I gotta pull up, man. See if he all right.
Yeah, shout out to all the people that called me, left voicemails. I actually didn't see anything until today, Friday, which is like 3 days later since 2 or 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, you can say 3 days. Yeah. 3 days. I didn't see a lot of people messages or calls or a lot of voicemails popped up. So thank you for everybody checking up on me. Me and my family is good. Just how the power, cell towers down, like he said. But we still breathing. We still here. We still pushing. You know.
Yeah. So I would say if the power goes out and stuff like that, like if you got if you're trying to be entertained, a lot of people was doing a lot of drinking. But,
playing cards.
But I would not suggest that, yo, if you're in the middle of a storm, man, because you want to be prepared if anything happens, man. Like, you don't want to be, like, drunk out your mind when a storm hits your crib, because you gotta be in survival mode, man.
A lot of people had hurricane parties.
Yeah, like you gotta
got
be
hurricane
prepared,
parties.
man. Maybe the day before or the day after the storm is passed, like. But during the storm, man, you want to be on your P's and Q's, man. You want to be ready for whatever because your life isn't.
How drunk was you?
The day before, the day before, yeah, I was turned up. Right? You know what I'm saying? The day after, yes, again, like. But during the storm, I had a little sip here and there, but I was ready for whatever.
So what was you actually doing during the storm? Like watching TV?
I was watching TV, yeah, because I still had my power, so I'm watching Netflix. You know what I'm saying, watching movies. I was editing some of our videos.
Was you keeping up with like the
yeah, I watched a lot of the news. You know, had to because I just wanted to see where it was.
Yeah, same.
If it passed by, if it was going to pick up.
Yeah.
Because you want to know if the storm gets worse.
Right.
Because throughout the time, like I said, they could tell you that you don't have to leave, but things can change. Like things can change, and they be like, okay, yo. Zone A, because they separate the counties or the city in different zones. So they'll say Zone A is a mandatory evacuation, Zone B is a voluntary evacuation. And they could say everybody else is good, like you're good. But things can change throughout that period. You know, as time goes on, they might be like that voluntary evacuation is now a mandatory evacuation. So you got to be ready to pick up and go, and you want to know that information as soon as possible.
Right.
So watching the news during a storm is like you have to be keeping up with what's going on.
Yeah. And
so
one thing, Governor Santos, he asked Biden for money for certain counties because that's what they expected to hit. But then like it was approved, but then he had to switch it because some of those didn't get hit and other ones did. So
yeah. It changes, man.
Yeah.
Hurricanes are unpredictable, man. So I can see why people they might not want to come to Florida because they're a little nervous of that type of stuff. But like, man, it doesn't happen. I've been here 7 years. I've only had 2. You know what I mean? And honestly, I haven't been affected too bad. But you just gotta be informed and prepared.
If you research the last time a major storm hit Tampa, it said like 100 years.
Yeah, they said it's like 100 years, yo. So this is a good spot. It's a good spot. I'm not telling y'all to move here because rent is already high, so y'all gotta chill. But, you know what I mean?
But I was surprised when I googled like the one of the worst storms. They said 100 years. I said 100 years. Like that was new to me too. Yeah. I just learned that this weekend.
Yo, with Irma wasn't even supposed to come to this area at all. It was supposed to go straight to Tampa is the West Coast. They call with Florida, they got the West Coast and the East Coast. So Irma was supposed to hit the East Coast, and it wasn't until like the morning of that these spaghetti charts that they had it like going all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast.
To the Gulf of Mexico.
Like made a whole U-turn around Florida, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna hit St. Pete like the morning of, yo. Yeah. And that's when I started getting tight because the stuff is just so unpredictable, man.
Yeah.
So you just want to be informed. You gotta watch the news. You gotta stay up to date and know what's going on, man. Because things can change with the hurricanes. But as long as you're prepared and you listen to what the officials are saying, like, and you be good. Yeah. Don't be a hardhead, man. Some people are just hardheads. Like, they don't believe what's going to happen. Like, if they say leave, yo, just leave.
Floridians.
Yeah, just leave, yo. Like, you
all
can
the
come
Floridians.
back.
I'm going to shout out my man Eddie, too, man. Because he, I moved into, like, his neighborhood. So, like, the whole time he been, like, checking up with me. Because he's like, I know him from Philly. Yeah. So he's like, man, you get sandbags, right? You do this with the sandbags. Because I had to get sandbags, too, filling them myself. I ain't even talk about that. Yeah. And put them, he's like, yeah, you got to put them up here. You got to do this. You get your generator, do this. And he broke it down for me. And he's like, I got a truck. So if you need anything, just call me. Even afterwards, like, after effect, he told me what to do and shit like that, reaching out to me. He probably reached out to me, like, kind of emotions like there. So shout out to my man Eddie. He like I gotta look out for my Philly boy because Philly boy don't know nothing.
No. I'm about to ask you, like, what did he say to do afterwards?
So because with the sandbag stuff, I'm like, I don't know what to do with these sandbags now. So he's like, I would say hold it for another month just in case. Then once that comes through, spread it out your yard. It helps your grass, just rake it through your yard. Helps your grass grow like evenly. Yeah.
I had no idea, yo.
Me neither. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with
wild.
these
Yeah.
sandbags afterwards? You know what I mean? But yeah, he's like, just spread out your yard and just rake it out evenly, and it helps your grass like go evenly and stuff like that. And but don't convert it yet. Just hold on for another, because you know, just like you said, until November. So we got another month left before. And a lot of times, hurricanes form around, because rain season for Florida starts in June, where after that it barely rains in Florida. It's always droughts. It'd be nice ass weather there, it don't rain. But from June, a lot of people like, all they do is rain every day. It's because y'all vacation in the summertime.
Yeah,
in the summertime.
Yeah, it's hurricane season.
Summertime, that's when it
hurricane
rains.
season.
But
wintertime is beautiful. Like if you come in December, November, like yo, during the holiday season, yo, it's the best weather for the wintertime.
Yeah.
Yo. Like
then don't rain again until the end of May, start June.
Yeah, like, you got all those months to just chill and enjoy the weather, yo. Especially if you leave in some cold weather.
Right.
Like that's what made me leave Philly, yo. Like I left Philly, it was literally snowing. And then I came to Florida, and it was like 85 degrees and beautiful.
Because I can live like this.
I said, yo, what am I doing with my life? Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, hurricanes are not nothing to be, you know, afraid of. You just gotta be prepared.
Yeah, for sure. The hurricanes are coming when the colder, I don't know if you know how hurricanes form.
It's like the humid weather.
Me like the cold
mixed
front.
with the cold front.
Yeah. So usually like around this time every year, because it start getting colder and stuff
Up
like
north,
that.
yeah. Then that is coming down. Yeah, they said that's how it ended up. The hurricane, instead of it hitting Tampa, the cold front pushed it down more south, and that's how it ended up hitting Fort Myers.
Right.
Because Fort Myers is more southern, so the cold front pushed it down. It looked out.
Not for everybody.
Not for everybody, but for the Tampa area, it spared us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now it feels nice outside. Like it's a nice cool little breeze.
It needs to stay like that, but it's about to get hotter again.
Yes.
And hopefully my air come back on before it gets too hot.
Yeah, I hope it do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what we got here today, we sipping on some of that. This show, first time, we got some of that brown sugar BSB bourbon. This, if y'all don't know, this Jamie Foxx right here. He backs this. It's a brown sugar bourbon. I'm not a big fan of brown sugar. I'm a fan of bourbon though. So I mean, yeah, go ahead to get this bad boy spinning. We not just drinking it straight up. We got some bitters in there, making it a little old fashioned. We ain't got our Circle Cubes.
Or our orange peel.
We got Circle Cubes or orange peel.
They take the orange peel, light it up in a little fire.
Look at him. Mr. Crab. I'm gonna call him Mr. Crab cocktail. Like, yeah, how you doing? But man, he's doing what it's doing right now.
Drink like
man.
a gentleman right here.
Yeah, my ice melts. See, if I had the square cube, I'm at the square the cube circle.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have known
I
it.
gotta get that. I gotta get that next time.
Yeah, man. But how you feel about the?
I like it, man.
You
honestly, I really enjoy this show.
Mm-hmm. It's not the price point is under $30 too. So
Yeah.
I think it's like around $25 for it. It's not like too expensive like other celebrity alcohols. It's a good price for it. But I feel like this is more of a
Brown sugar bourbon.
yeah. This is more of a wintertime. You feel?
Yeah,
you feel like that?
see,
Like
I
the
can
flavor?
sip this. Yeah.
Remember we talked about that before when we had Jay on here. It's actually the same thing all year round. But for me, you know what I mean?
I like dark in the fall, winter time.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up, man.
Ooh, smoke that with a drink that with a cigar, man. Yeah.
Actually, smoke this. You know how they put with the smoker and everything like that. I would do that with this.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get me one of those bad boys. So if you got some, you got the little cocktail smokers out there, hit me up, man. I got you.
Where can you get this at?
I got that from I think ABC.
ABC.
Yeah, I think I got that from ABC.
Yeah, man, check that out.
Probably or Total Wines, either or. I got that long, like literally a long ass time ago. I just did one drink with it before. Actually, I never drank it straight yet. You want to do it? You want to get into it? I drink it with the orange bitters, and I drink it with the what's the cookie shit that I did like a brown
Bake
sugar,
sale?
Yeah, bake sale.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a brown sugar cookie with
Well,
it.
that's probably good.
Yeah.
That's probably good.
I know you get that bake sale from CW Spirits. Make sure I go to CWSpirits.com. Use that promo code GAS5. Get that bake
Gas
sale.
5.
Oh, you don't gotta get the bake sale. You get anything you want. You know, we got everything like tequila, celebrity tequilas, the Kendall Jenner, which was fire. They got the Terramana, the Rock. They got the Kevin Hart on there. That joint definitely fire.
Damn, what's that bourbon we had? That other bourbon.
From CW Spirits?
Yeah.
You talking Coyote? The whiskey?
Nah, it wasn't the Coyote.
Buffalo Trace?
The Buffalo Trace. That one
Oh,
was
yeah,
fire.
yeah.
That Buffalo Trace is fire.
I found some cheaper ones in stores near me. So,
Buffalo Trace is
you
fire.
probably find a Buffalo Trace cheaper in stores near you because I seen in California it was like real cheap.
For real.
In California, if you're in California, you can find some Buffalo Trace. I've seen that shit for cheap. But it's all about supply and demand.
We gotta get a kit. We gotta get a kit up on there, man.
They don't do those no more.
They don't do it no more?
Nah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been love.
Yeah. So what's up? We gonna try this straight real quick.
Let's do it.
Then we gonna get up out of here, man. We told y'all about hurricanes. For people that didn't know, let y'all know we good out here. And this shot,
And don't let the hurricane scare y'all away from Florida, man.
for real.
Because every other day is beautiful, man. Like, I don't regret my move at all. Cheers.
30% alcohol by volume, 60 proof.
Ooh. That got some heat, yo. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that just by itself.
I think I like it. I
All
think I
right,
like it.
my man Jamie Foxx got something, yo.
I think I like it. I'm not really too high on it, and I'm not too low on it. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm not saying like, dang, I can't wait to get another bottle. I had better.
No,
I
I
can say
like
that.
this. I like this, yo.
I had better. I don't think I'm like that. Usually people think I like sweeter stuff, but I don't think I would like that because it's sweet.
You
It's
don't- you don't-
I got sweet bourbon. I'm really like a fan.
Nah.
Mm.
Okay.
I like stiff, stiffy.
Oh man, y'all don't mind the sweetness, yo. I don't mind it because that means I don't
Good
gotta.
job,
that,
Rana.
that means I don't gotta mix it with nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I
that's
like
cool.
that. I throw that right on some ice. I'm straight.
But you got some merch on, man. What you got?
Yeah,
It's
man.
October. What's up? Let's talk about it.
I got the Keep Fighting breast cancer awareness T-shirt, man. Y'all can find this on gas5.shop. Yeah, man. It's October.
We
breast
did a-
cancer awareness, man.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit. We did a breast cancer awareness run in September. It's October now, but we did one in September. And I learned something that day because I didn't know that the money that we raise or go to the race or whatever, it don't just go to research. It actually goes to people that's fighting for their lives. It goes to help paying them the bills while they fight. It goes to help paying their mortgage, their rent, their electric, or
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
yeah, like I just thought it
didn't
just go to like you know how people say it go to research, like
Yeah.
it helps doctors find whatever cause to try to fix it. But actually, like patients just out here that's missing work because they
In
gotta
their
go.
personal lives.
Yeah,
like,
like-
helping with their personal lives.
People missing work because they're too sick to go to work or something like that. Actually helping them like fill those voids, putting food in the refrigerator. So like, I mean, I feel like I was doing a difference out there. We raised a little bit of money, but Shell's doing another one.
Yeah, I'm doing another one
Actually-
October 9th, man. So it's next Sunday.
Damn, that's fast. That came fast.
Yeah. I gotta start training, yo. I gotta start training. You know what I mean? Being in the crib for this hurricane, man, I might have ate a little bit and stuff, so I gotta work that off real quick.
Shout out Shell. He came in third place in this age
Yeah,
group. You know what I
man.
mean?
So it actually was a really good experience, man. Like,
I
so I
died.
got to shout out to you, man,
I
for
died.
telling me to do it, though. I got to shout out you for telling me to do it, man, because I actually really enjoy running. He knows I like to run. So this was my first run, being a competitor, I guess, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of took me back to my football days, man, for waking up early in the morning.
He had the national anthem.
Yeah, national anthem. You know what I'm saying? You see the people that you about to go against. So I'm like, all right, I'm sizing them up. But you know, I'm there for a cause at the same time. So I'm like, all right, yo, this we gonna have fun, but I'm gonna put my all into it, man. So it was a real good experience, man, and it made me want to sign up for another one, man. So I signed up for one at Raymond James Stadium, October 9th. It's the Treasure Chest 5K for the Buccaneers. I'm not a Bucs fan.
It's gonna be thousands of people. This one's gonna be huge.
Yeah, so I gotta train for this one. I ain't trained for the first one. I'm gonna train for this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to diet and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to see what I can do because I really had a good time, man, and I just want to put my all into it and show my support to the people that are fighting through breast cancer, man. Because when you think about it, it's a serious thing, man. These people didn't do anything wrong, but you know they got this sickness or whatever that came about, and people losing their lives from it, man. So I just want to show my support, honestly, and do whatever I can.
Right, and we saw how she broke down and think the organizers of the race.
We did the Power Pink run in September, and I could feel it coming off of her chest that you know it really was something that seriously affected her, man. That she had breast cancer, and she came up with that run and she survived, but it was still something that still affected her.
We should get her on here one day.
We should, man, because I could tell that it was something that she was super passionate about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that made me even more proud to be out there to support her. Right. So yeah, man. October 9th, man. I'm at Raymond James Stadium. Support, man.
All the proceeds go to Gas5.shop.
Gas5.shop, man.
Get the shirt,
Keep fighting, man.
Keep fighting the shirt. We got multiple colors: white, gray.
We got the hat. We got the trucker hats.
So all proceeds are going to help these people survive, help these people pay their bills if they fighting. Because I mean, who else gonna do it, man? So let's give our little $20 a person. Like ain't really much, man. Just making a difference. We running for it. I would do it too, but I'll be in Arizona fighting with the Eagles, baby. Yeah, you already know. Eagles versus Cardinals. But yeah, man. Thanks, Chef, for coming out doing that shit.
For sure, man.
We gonna sound out today. Make sure y'all support Shop Gas5.shop. This your boy 23 Drees, and we got
it's your boy Show Trevon, man. Follow me on Instagram, SHELLTREVON.
Keep fighting. Let's go.
Let's go. Gas.